Hi everyone, this is Francisco, and in this video, I wanted to share the story of there were some bombers, like I think it was a a parade um, parade, and the suspects hid inside of a boat. Yeah, boats. And I think that the one I'm thinking about, they killed two police officers while parked on the side of the road. Um, Now, I'm not sure if any of these images are related to that. But it was a few years back. This one's 2016. Manhattan blast suspect arrested after bombing on Jersey Shore. Residents try to make sense of chaos. Anyway, so, well, I know that the suspects, they bombed um, they did some bombings, and then they ran from the scene, and there was a police vehicle parked on the side of the road, and they decided to kill both of the police officers, with, I believe, weapons. And then they hid inside of a boat, and then they were later captured and arrested. But anyway, there's a reason. Like a Boston bombing trial, boat owner recalls finding something in backyard. So there's a reason why I'm bringing this up, okay? And basically, it's a preventative way so that this type of thing won't happen ever again, and at the same time, so authorities can be aware of it, okay? So I think I already kind of touched up on this, But in the Teslas, with autopilot, pedestrians are visible on the dashboard, on the center console or council no console, that's how you pronounce it, console. So kind of like this, there's a pedestrian right there, and then there's another one over here, and I think they're both displayed on the center console. And with AI technology, oh yeah, highlighting guns, yeah. So if anyone, or not highlighting but detecting, AI technology detecting guns. So if there's any suspects or people and they're carrying a firearm, AI technology will quickly pick up on that. Anywhere around the vehicle, 360. With the 360 view. Similar to this right here. So there's a front camera, side cameras, and then back camera. And it will basically have this technology integrated within it, and the police officers could get like some type of notification on their computers, like in the center console. So it won't matter if the police vehicle is parked, because there's Sentry mode in Teslas. Right? So that technology is there. Sentry mode pretty much does what I'm kind of referring to, but I don't know if it has the AI technology to detect weapons. So since this is already a proven fact that the cameras are recording while the vehicle is parked, so a lot of police officers, they stay inside of the vehicle. So it'll be pretty much for just protection, an extra measure of protection and safety for the police officers. Like, for instance, like traffic control police officer on the side of the shoulder. On the side shoulder, maybe I should have wrote it like that, because I'm not finding anything. Traffic control, police officer on the side shoulder of a freeway. Oh yeah, even a like a traffic stop violation. This type of technology could be good as well. Like if the police officer is doing something on his computer or something, and one of these guys, one of the suspects in the vehicle, decides to run away or come out with a weapon or something like that. So things of that sort. So here's I think this is it says state trooper, and it looks like someone might be in there. Yeah, he has his like his hat on. So, stuff like this. I know for construction workers, traffic control police officer. Wait, I said traffic control. More like CHP. Yeah, these images are kind of hard to, like pinpoint. Oh, hold on real quick. On the side shoulder of a freeway, or or maybe parked on the freeway. Right here. I found one. Even though there's no one inside of it, because obviously the police officer is taking the picture of his patrol unit. But this is the idea here. So yeah, basically, the sentry mode all the way around the vehicle. And having some sort of AI technology to detect weapons, to detect guns, to detect let's try weapons. Ooh, look at this one. I mean, he's obviously walking through like some type of a magnetic field, I believe. Those metal detectors, like a metal detector type of thing. But I mean, in the future, this will be pretty cool too, where authorities will instantly know if someone is armed or not, like this. Like this. It's identified a pistol at almost 100% accuracy. I think. I'm not sure. Gun detector AI for active shooter gun threat detection. Oh yeah, so this is also a good one. If someone approaches the vehicle, the patrol unit, with a weapon, like that case, I think it was this one, the Boston case, Boston bombing trial. Boat owner recalls finding the person in backyard. One of the first things David Henbury did after authorities lifted a lockdown during the April 19th, 2013 search for Boston Marathon bombing suspect, blah 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 blah, was to go check on his boat. What he found there brought the dragnet to a bloody frantic end. Earlier that day, the suspect had sped away from a pre-dawn shootout with police that left his older brother dead. That showdown, 4 days after Twin Blast had rocked the marathon's finish line, happened less than a mile from Henbury's home in Watertown, Massachusetts. Police and SWAT gear had swarmed into the small suburb, searching houses and combing yards, while the rest of the Boston area came to a halt. The streets of the state capital were lifeless. Red Sox and Bruins games were canceled as television broadcast nonstop coverage. In the early evening, at the search came up empty. GOV governor, probably Deval Patrick, rescinded his shelter-in-place order and told people to resume their normal lives, but with added vigilance. I don't know what I just read, honestly. Anyways, I'm gonna continue. And so Henberry, I think that's how you pronounce it, Henberry stepped outside. A retired telephone company technician, he had noticed from an upstairs window that something looked amiss about his boats. A 1981 Seabird parked in his backyard. 2 pieces of protective equipment known as chaff guards were on the ground, and the shrink wrap itself looked a little loose. Henberry testified Tuesday at the suspect's terror trial. Speaking in a gentle and deliberate manner, Henberry told the jury he got a ladder and climbed onto the boat. On the deck he saw blood, lots of it. He lingered on the side, then he looked around. My eyes looked on the other side of the boat, and there was a body, Henberry recalled. Asked by a prosecutor whether the body moved, Henberry answered, no movement at all. Henberry said he took it for a split seconds, and I got off the ladder pretty quick. His wife called 911. That call unleashed a swarm of SWAT cops onto Franklin Street. A state police helicopter hovered, taking thermal images of the boat to see whether the body was moving. Countless guns were aimed at the boat. If it was the suspect, he could be heavily armed or could have booby-trapped the boat with bombs. Soon they confirmed that their search was over. After drilling the boat full of bullets, authorities dragged the suspect from the vessel, seriously wounded. Inside, investigators found a short screed with written in pencil on the boat and carved into wooden slats, all of which Henberry said had not been there before. FBI agent Michael Neleon testified that it read in part, "Stop killing our innocent people and we will stop." Another FBI agent, Jessica Ulmer, recalled tracing a path of blood through the neighborhood, including inside a house, to the boats. Along the way, she found smashed cell phones and a credit card belonging to the Chinese immigrant whom the suspect's brothers had allegedly carjacked the night before. Whatever. The trial briefly pivoted from the scene Tuesday afternoon when prosecutors questioned a childhood friend of the suspects who had been charged with possessing the gun that authorities say was used to kill MIT police officer. I think that's Sean. I don't know how to pronounce that word. Sean Collier on the post-bombing manhunt's third day. Appearing as a government witness as part of a plea deal, Stephen Sylvia told the jury that he graduated from Cambridge Ringe and Latin school with the younger suspect. In 2011, Sylvia, wearing a light gray prison jumpsuit said he became a large-scale pot dealer and smoked a lot of weed with the suspect. In the fall of 2011, Sylvia said he borrowed an Associates P95 Ruger handgun, which he said he kept in his apartment. The suspect knew about it and mentioned using it to rob people, Sylvia said. In January 2013, Sylvia lent the gun to the suspect along with some ammunition. Not long after, Sylvia said the person who gave him the gun asked for it back, but the suspect kept moving or making excuses for not being able to return it. Sylvia said he last saw the suspect in person in early April 2013 when he sold the suspect pot, and last communicated with him via Twitter the weekend before the bombings. 3 days after the attack on April 18, Sylvia said he saw his friend's picture in gas station surveillance photos shared by authorities searching for the bombing suspects. I was in a stage of shock and disbelief and paranoia, Sylvia said. Defense lawyer Myram Conrad cross-examined Sylvia in an apparent attempt to get his help portraying suspect as susceptible to influence from others, whether it was from his friends who smoked pot or from his older brother, blah blah blah, a strict Muslim. The suspect's defense team has all but conceded his guilt in the bombings, but has sought to paint him as in the thrall of Timberland. Conrad asked Sylvia whether he was shocked that his friend could be responsible for the bombing. Sylvia responded, yes. Sylvia added later, I've never seen him violent. Conrad asked Sylvia, would you have loaned him the gun if he told you it was for his brother? No, Sylvia replied. This story will be updated as the day's proceedings continue. Please check back for updates. So there you guys have it. Something like that, you know. So yeah. It was a bombing. And I heard that they actually killed two police officers that were parked on the side of the road. But maybe I got that information wrong. Maybe it was just one police officer and the two suspects. It's been a while. Almost like a little bit over 10 years now. But this is the best that the best that I could kind of come up with to prevent these type of things. I mean, even if it's not prevented, at least the vehicle with AI technology will be able to detect the weapon and the weapon getting fired, and then it will get a facial recognition, and then it will show a description of what the suspect is wearing, and it will show which direction the suspect is running away to. I mean, it took 3 days for this case to be solved, or to catch the suspects involved. Let's just put it that way. Well, yeah, because I said right there that it took 3 days. On the third day, they found the body. inside of the boats or something like that, right? And it was all over the news and stuff like that as well. So here's another one. AI-based weapon detection, a new era of facility security. Absco Solutions. I'm surprised they didn't capture this weapon though, because it looks like this other suspect has a weapon. Hold on. Um, but what can we say? This technology is pretty much new, and I mean, I'm pretty sure that it would assume that that's a weapon by being able to scan this one and identifying it as a weapon. With it looks like a suppressor on the front of it, which is illegal in the state of California within the United States of America, which I am in, which I, live in. Here's another one though. Some type of weapon. This man is walking around and he has a weapon. And it says gun. Whoa, I wasn't trying to click on that. Right here, this is a good one, because he's actually pointing the weapon. And it says, ooh, I can't read that. It's too hard for me to read it. But let me see, I clicked on this one. Then I clicked on this one. And then, oh yeah, right here. There's another one, another image of someone pointing a weapon. Right here. So, I mean, it could be so simple, just like this. This man is walking around and he has a weapon. So when it goes to, when we look into, the sentry mode. Oh yeah, this is definitely not sentry mode, but you guys get the idea of the cameras looking in all four directions. So this is the sentry mode. Well, sentry mode doesn't have that well, I don't know. It might have this other view with the like autopilot, where it looks like kind of like cartoonish. Oh yeah, and it also detects animals. So right here, well, it's kind of far away, but there's obviously like a little boy right here crossing the street. Oh, and it says dummy. Oh, it's a dummy human. They're probably testing the vehicle, if it will stop or not, all by itself. So anywhere around the vehicle. Oh, look at this one. This is a good one. There's a lot of people. There's a huge crowd of people crossing the road here, and look at the um, the little people on the map. So this is what I'm referring to. If someone's walking around and it detects a weapon, it will show it kind of like this. Um, Something like this. Whether the suspect is pointing the weapon or not. Right here it says gun, alert, danger, and it's in red. Here's another one. Look at that. It literally detected the gun from a pretty far distance. And I think like something like this could be more like futuristic technology in the patrol units, in the yeah, in the police units, as well as like providing like a description of the person, keeping a record of their height, what they're wearing, the whole 9 yards, and then that information, uh, getting relayed to other police officers in um, in the heat of the moment. Like instantly. Um, Something like this for like this type of view will also be, I think, pretty good. Um, and I think that if there's a threat that's detected, and if the suspects have a weapon or whatever, or if they're a threat as well, if they're a threat, maybe they could be outlined or something, like an outline. Um, could appear on the center console of the police unit, and then if other police officers other police units arrive on scene, they'll instantly know who the suspect is. Because AI technology will already have the person highlighted, the suspect, or, the person. So it's all about timing, and every second counts, and a lot of communication. Um, will be reduced, and which will help because it will lessen the confusion in the heat of the moments. So yeah, like so like if they're carrying a weapon, maybe it could show that, right, like right here it says handgun. Um, this person over here, has a cell phone, so AI technology will be able to decipher what's in people's hands. It will be able to decipher what devices or what objects are in people's hands without police officers arriving on the scene. Or like, let's say they arrive on the scene like instantaneously, but they're all trying to figure out, they're trying to scan with their brains, with their minds, what each and every single person might have. And the call was for an armed suspect. Now, all you people know is that there's an armed suspect, but you don't know who the person is. And other people might have cell phones, right? So I think that's a good one. That's a good one. I wasn't even thinking about that. But yeah, that's a really good one. So anyway, somehow um highlighting that on here will be good. I know that, like, if there's a sidewalk, if if the vehicle is next to sidewalks, sometimes it shows the sidewalk with other people walking right next to the vehicle, like whether to the right of it or to the left of it. So even if someone attempts to creep up from behind, and they take out a weapon or whatever, AI technology will instantly report it to like dispatch, and also to the police officer, in case the police officer gets injured or killed on site. Um, but AI technology will make a report of it to dispatch, and um, and that will in turn notify other police officers, and then they'll be coming um, in route to the scene. Like with that case in Boston or whatever, Massachusetts or whatever, um, I don't know how long it took for the police officer um, to be discovered in the situation that he was in. And then I don't know how long it took for the police officers and detectives or whatever, um, to either kill or arrest the suspect or suspects. Thereafter. I don't know, but I think I already shared enough of that story, and I think it was like 3 days. So that person was hiding out right there for 3 days or whatever. Probably scared and stuff like that. So I watch a lot of these videos. At least I used to. Full self-driving beta. Um, See, and everything is so crispy clean. We can see the stop signs, the vehicles, the sidewalks, you name it. And, oh yeah, and when there's pedestrians, they're highly visible on the monitor, on the screen as well. And this stuff is only going to get better and better and better and better. Okay? See right here, there's a pedestrian. So let's say this was a suspect. I mean, even if the police officer can't see him because there's a blind spot there, you know, by just looking at the screen, it will highlight this person right away. Oh, another one is like during a police pursuit, um, the suspect is driving so fast, and with this view right here, um, well, especially if there's a tracker on the vehicle. Um, I mean, you people will be able to drive so fast, um, safely, and you won't be preoccupied with other drivers or other vehicles. You would just rely on this because, again, the vehicle will be highlighted in red, and if the suspect is traveling at 130 miles per hour or greater than that, then you would know that you could match that speed, and when you are approaching that vehicle, it will show in red, like maybe blinking or just a red solid color. I don't know. It's all optional, and I don't really care how the fuck you guys design it, to be honest. But look at this one. This one reveals and shows a lot of pedestrians, um, in front of the vehicle, on the left side, and even like towards the back. So, the police officers are looking forwards, doing other things. Maybe on the computers, like, um, filing a report or doing some type of paperwork or, um, you know, um, um, just filling in the blanks of previous traffic stops and other things that they have to do. I really don't know what they have to do. Okay, so either way, their attention is focused on other things. And if any of these people decide to take out a weapon, that's when AI technology will detect it and report it. And there's already cameras that do that. AI technology to detect weapons and report um, or and send the police. So as soon as they um, the computer detects a weapon, it will actually um, send a message regarding that to dispatch, and then obviously they will send units on the way. Artificial intelligence gun detection systems help ID shooters, weapons in active shooter situations. And then this one, notice it doesn't say gun, it says rifle. So, in the like CHP rifles. So that's when you guys will be able to match that and possibly even like call SWAT and stuff like that as well. Or um, fucking the computer AI technology could alert and notify SWAT instantly upon detecting the the rifle weapon, because that's more like SWAT is special weapons and tactics. So rifles are like special weapons. They're considered like special weapons. So anyway, I think you guys get the idea. Okay, so enough of that. So yeah, I think that this stuff here is super important, and I guess it can help us in these type of situations. Oh, another thing I can think of, because I've heard of like smart glasses and stuff like that as well. So, for instance, let's say this vehicle and this vehicle are random vehicles, and this vehicle in the back is actually the police officer, police officer unit, and let's say this person here is a suspect hiding behind this vehicle, like in the front of it. Now, the police officer will have a general idea of where the suspect is and where to shoot at. And if they need to, they could even sneak their way over there and execute the target in close range, which will be a better approach in my eyes. than shooting, in the direction of the shooter or shooting blindly. And as other units are approaching the scene, um, they'll have like a visual of where the suspect is and what the person is doing. And it could say like actively shooting, as opposed to just, gun. If it says like actively shooting, that means the suspect is shooting at police officers. So that'll give other police officers the green light to shoot at the suspect without any questions asked. Something of that nature. So yeah, I just been dwelling on this for a couple of days now, and I just keep thinking of this idea with Sentry Mode, and I shared this idea just briefly with my boss. It was a while back, but I think I even told him like I need to record a video about this because I think it's important information and it could be helpful in a lot of ways. So with that being said, I'm going to end this video. Thank you all for watching this video and for taking the time to listen to what I have to say regarding this type of stuff, and you people are in the business, so I'm pretty sure that you people will have like better observations and better advice or better implementations for this type of stuff. Obviously I'm not in this business, so I'm just saying whatever I think. And whatever I think could be wrong. Or I could be instructing people wrong, or I could be providing information wrong. Like, for instance, I said, if other police units are approaching the scene and this suspect is actively shooting, the units will have a clear indication that they have the green light to shoot at the suspect. But what if I'm wrong? What if that's not the case? What if there's a better approach that you people have to abide by? Not because I said, but because that's what your training requires you to do. And I don't know that. I'm not, like I said, I'm not in the business. I'm not in this industry. I think another approach will be to like send a drone and like put the subject to sleep with like anesthesia, with a dart. But with a drone. And maybe it could be like, 100% operated with AI technology. So people won't be taking the shot. AI technology will or would, you know, depending on how you want to look at it. So a dart gun on a drone. Well, there you go. Something like this. So yeah, it's pretty cool, right? I mean, I don't really know a lot of stuff, but I hope that this works out for the future, for the greater good of humanity, and hopefully stuff like this never happens again. And unforeseen things. I mean, I don't know everything. I don't know the future. I don't know what police officers have to go through on a daily basis. I really don't know. I don't know if, police officers are getting shot at every single day. I don't know if there's crazy psychopathic people, like psychopaths, causing problems. I mean, I don't know. But if it is like that, then this technology will definitely help in a lot of ways, even in court. Okay? This will help in your defense as well as a police officer. If you have to get out of your patrol unit and shoot at a motherfucker, because you notice a threat and you took action upon that, and it's all recorded, that'll help you in your defense. And most likely um, will permit you and allow you to continue working even while the case is ongoing. Because a lot of police officers, when they open fire on anyone, um, when they unload a clip or unload a weapon on anyone, um, I mean, I could just imagine they are told to go home and just wait for further notice, and then they probably go on under like EDD, right? Which is what is it? EDD, Employment Development Department. So whether you're working or not, you're. I mean, while you're at home, you're still going to get paid your monthly, what is it, premium monthly cap, right? So there's that as well. So anyway, this technology is good in a lot of ways, because and not just that, but there's other people recording all the time. There's other cameras around, other smart vehicles around. So it's kind of hard for people to lie nowadays. So people just have to be direct and straightforward about what they did and what they didn't do, how they went about it, how they didn't go about it, and why. So all this plays a factor um, on the outcome of each and every single case. Together or individually, regarding the cases. So, yeah, I just wanted to throw my my 2 cents in, like, on the table. 2 cents on a table. There you go. There's my 2 cents.